Hi everyone, this is Holly from Hot Humble Pie, and I have got some super awesome Halloween crafts that are 10 minutes or less to make. Let's craft. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you click that button. Saw this mirror at Dollar Tree and I knew immediately I have to do something fun for Halloween, so grab it when you see it. It's black, I didn't paint it, it comes that way, and it's free printable. If you cannot get the link to work, just take a screenshot of it right off your screen right there. So I'm taking the scoring tool from the Dollar Tree and I'm going around. It makes a deeper groove in the paper to get a cleaner cut. I was using my fingernail, but the scoring tool worked really great. So I just went around the edge there. See it? Look at that. That is such a nice, deep, like definite, you can see it, perfect groove so that you cut it correctly and it fits correctly. I had to make very few, if any, modifications when I was done cutting this. And there it is. It fits perfect. And we're going to add some Mod Podge. Not very much though. I literally only added just a little bit. And now I'm using my Doppler foam sponge to do that dark like halo really gently. It's kind of like smoky looking, I guess, around the photo. And I'm taking some of the scary cheesecloth, cutting it, and then some of the Dollar Tree velvet ribbon is absolutely gorgeous. I was like, what a good deal. Oh my gosh. And then I realized they don't give you as much. I knew it was too good to be true because it's super nice. But anyway, I cut it in strips. And I'm gluing all 4 of those strips together, and I'm going to glue that onto the handle of the mirror, and then I'm going to use my scary cheesecloth and tie that on to hold it, just give it more security even more. So you'll see what I do right here. I'm going to glue it on. I am going to literally tie the cheesecloth around the top to make sure that baby isn't going anywhere. Now, I will say the cheesecloth is definitely cheesy. It like totally shrivels up and goes really skinny and looks scraggly. I'm like, ugh, you have to spread it out like you see me doing here so you can actually see what it is. And now I am taking the black foam roses that I found at the last Shot With Me video, and I'm going to glue it on the top, and that purple and black ribbon down below it is just left over from the witch's hat. And I was so super excited when I found this garland, or I don't know what it is, at the Dollar Tree. At the last Shot With Me video, I showed it to you guys so you can look out for it too. But it looks like spooky branches that bend, and it is the ultimate hanger for this craft. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. I was so excited. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is perfect. So I just did glue, duct tape. Again, for a 5-minute craft, look at how nice that looks. It's awesome. Grab one of these cute little witch hats on a wooden stake from the Dollar Tree, take off the price tag and the ribbons, but keep the skewer long for now. You're going to be giving it a black coat of paint, and you do have to do it pretty thick because you are painting over glitter, but the texture looks really awesome when you're all done. Now I'm going to be using a Dollar Tree candlestick holder in gold. You can use whatever color you want. I just want the gold for this. I thought it would look really awesome for Halloween. And we're taking some regular old school glue and we're going to put it on nice and thick. What I'm hoping to get here is a crackle effect. I'm going to dry it just till it's tacky and then slap some black paint on. I'm using acrylic paint for this, and it didn't exactly crackle the same as it does when you use just paint, but I did love the effect. Look at that. I love the effect that I got from it, so it was still totally awesome. Grab one of these Dollar Tree pumpkins and gently spin the top of it until you can pull the stem off. I'm going to go ahead and draw a face on mine, and by the way, these pumpkins, if you choose this one, are totally erasable. I erased it like 5 times, and if you follow me on my channel, I always talk about how I suck at drawing. So that shouldn't come as a surprise to any of you who watch my channel. I erased 5 times. I had to use the big bad boy right there, that eraser to the right. But when I finally got a face that I really liked, because I wanted to give a personality to this little jack-o'-lantern, I went ahead and I hit it with some permanent marker in black. Now you're going to take that stem and you're going to put a little bit of hot glue on it and push it right in between his eyes. And push it really firmly and hold it for a few minutes until it dries. Is that not awesome? Then you're going to cut the skewer down on that witch hat, and you're just going to go ahead and use the other part of the shorter skewer that's still left behind and push it into his head. Then we're going to pop this cute little guy right on top of the candlestick, and check that out. One of my favorites today. For this project, you're going to need one of these Dollar Tree skull hand cups and one of these web baskets. I'm going to start by cutting off the tag, and then I'm grabbing some of this metallic silver paint to try and get this basket to match the cup, because even though the cup with the skull hand is in black, it hasn't like pearlescent or iridescent metallic shine on it, and I want to make sure I match it up as best I can, and this works great. I'm only doing one coat on the outside and the top edge only. I didn't bother with the inside because you're not really going to see it. Now I'm giving it a quick blow dry so we can move on to the next step. Grab yourself some cardboard and cut it in a circle close to the top of the cup and paint it black or any dark color you'd like. I'm painting mine black, and then set it aside to dry. I'm blow drying mine so I can keep moving. I also grabbed some of this rock out of the, well, it's over by the candles where the little like glass gems are, stones. I grabbed the color black, and I'm going to go ahead and clean off any fingerprints or sticker marks or just any marks off of the cup first, because once this is finished and closed up, you're not going to be able to get inside of the cup. So I just want to make sure everything was wiped clean on the inside and the outside. And then I am filling it up with the black rock. Using E6000 and a little bit of hot glue for an instant hold, we're going to go ahead and glue the cardboard on top of the plastic cup. Once it had stuck pretty good, I turned it upside down to wipe off any excess glue that was kind of oozing over the edges so it looks nice and clean. And then I'm taking my scissors and I'm cutting any excess cardboard off. This is why I used a circle that was a little bit bigger, so that in case, you know, sometimes I misjudge and I just didn't want to go to the trouble painting it and gluing it and find out it's not quite right. So I just left it a little bit bigger. You can always trim it off. You can't put it back. So now we're using some E6000 and hot glue again to glue the tray on top of all of that. So I grabbed the square green foam from Dollar Tree and I cut a piece off, and I'm painting it black, but it's approximately the size of that sanding block right here that they sell. So you could just grab one of those and paint it black, or you could just leave it the color it is and paint the ends black to make this go even faster. So I put a skewer stick down inside the foam so it stays still while I blow dry it. Using some hot glue, we're going to glue the foam down into the center of the tray. Next, we're going to be moving the sticker off the bottom of this skull head. You just have to heat it up with a bit of like a blow dryer or a heat gun, and it came off just fine. And we're just using hot glue for this. That worked fine. And we're going to glue him kind of on the bottom of his chin so he stays upward a little bit. I didn't want him laying totally flat. I'm kind of holding him in an upright position so he doesn't look like he's looking at the ceiling. Next, we're using some Spanish moss from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to fill the tray up all around to hide the foam at the bottom that he's sitting on. And I'm using my scissors just to cut off any excess grass that fell through the cracks. I'm using the Dollar Tree roses in purple and black, and we're just going to put it all around the skull here in the front and the back. I'm using some of this spooky black, it's like dyed cheesecloth, You could actually dye cheesecloth black too with just watered down paint if you don't have any of this, but you could also use the fake spider web that they sell at the Dollar Tree. I think I've seen it in green and purple maybe. I know it's in green and white even, just anything in the front there, however you want to do it. I'm using this cloth and I'm just going to kind of drape it on the tray. I'm putting in some of the Dollar Tree roses in purple, the little tiny foam roses, and one of their spiders. I grabbed a blue glass gem from the Dollar Tree, and using E6000, we're going to glue it in just one eye socket only. Remember, this is silly spooky, so this guy's got to be a little goofy. So now you could stop here if you want. My husband loved it just like this, but like I said, we're doing silly spooky today. So I grabbed a tack and I just broke the bottom of it off, and that's only because I'm not very good at painting circles, and also paint didn't really stick really well to the glass gem, so I just glued it on like this, and we're making him a little cross-sided. Now I'm doing a black dot in the center of that, and we're using one of the scarecrow hats from the Dollar Tree and one of the sunflowers from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to pop it on top of his head. Let me know down in the comments what you think, and if you're enjoying this video and you'd like to see more. So when you're at the Dollar Tree, look for this cutting board sign or one that has that little straw bow on. You could always just make a raffia bow if you can't find this sign, but this shape cutting board is so awesome. So we're going to go ahead and remove the sticker. You know the drill. Paint it orange. And then I did something fun. I noticed when I was fast forwarding through this, when I was drying it, it showed it drying and it looked so cool. So I actually filmed that so you can see it. I don't know why. You don't actually get to look at that. That's not like, I think I sped it up 23 times, but look at how awesome that is. You can see the color changing. I don't know, I just thought that was fun. I'm choosing to do the handle in black. I didn't mean for this to look like a pumpkin, but then I went with like a spooky pumpkin, like just, it's not really supposed to be a pumpkin, but I went with kind of like a pumpkin theme because, right, it blends in with Halloween and fall. So I ended up using my trick where I feather it in and then I take like a blade and just scratch little scratches in, and then it makes the whole thing kind of become more cohesive. It works perfect. And I'm also using the Dollar Tree haunted house that I got on the last shopping video, and I'm going to cut the bottom off with my handy dandy little saw. That thing is so awesome. And if you're interested, everyone always asks me, it is down below in my description box. There is a link for it. So just hit see more underneath the video and a drop down menu will appear. So this craft is basically just picking favorite photos and putting them behind the window of your haunted house. So I took the word Happy Halloween, like the words, off of the card. Again, these are the cards from Temu, but you can use stuff you found online, stickers from the Dollar Tree, whatever you want. And I have a witch flying in the moon, bats, a jack-o'-lantern peeking through the window. Jack-o'-lanterns are just so cute, so fun, so easy, so fast. So I'm just outlining that a little bit so it doesn't look like paper. And I'm going to glue that bow on and we're done. So just grab yourself a bouquet of roses. I'm choosing spooky roses, the purple ones, because this is a Halloween craft. And you can use any rose you want, just whatever makes you happy. I have a Dollar Tree black candlestick holder, and I'm using some of the Dollar Tree foam, which I'm cutting down. I love that foam because it does take shape when you push it down really effortlessly. You don't have to, push too hard, and it kind of squishes, I guess. So I haven't glued the foam down yet. I just cut the wires in half, the little stems with wire cutters on the roses, because I want to get everything in place and situated before I make any permanent commitment to see what it looks like first. Then I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put some of the, I'm going to call it black cheesecloth because I really don't know what else that's called. It's like spooky material, but I really do think it's just cheesecloth. and I'm going to put that on top. So the little piece of foam you see on the bottom is already glued, and now I'm gluing this piece down on top of it, and that will hold everything all together so that it doesn't slip and fall off. Next, grab some of these eyeballs out of the craft section at the Dollar Tree. I'm using 2 different sizes on purpose. So one eye is bigger and one eye is smaller. And we're going to glue these on each rose. And I'm gluing them kind of wonky and like not like side by side perfect because I want them to look kind of goofy. But that's it. This is a perfect family-friendly Halloween craft for kids, grandkids, even senior citizens, because this will just give people a good giggle. It's fun, it makes a big statement for Halloween, and it's super easy and fast to do. So for this one, we're going to use the old trick of the blow dryer to remove the sticker on the back of this Dollar Tree sign. That scraper in my hand, by the way, I could scrape paint off, glue off. I use it to scrape everything, and it's better than like a metal scraper sometimes. I mean, it's just really, definitely in your craft arsenal, it's a good thing to have. And I'm taking some spackling. I'm going to fill in the holes and see how I'm using that metal spatula right there because it's super flat. I found when I do that, you don't really see the holes. I was just using my finger the last couple years, I guess. And I always kind of saw the hole and I'd have to go back and do it again or sand it. And I just did this on my walls in my bathroom because they had some bigger holes in them and it was so flat. You couldn't see anything. I thought I need to do that in my craft room, and it does work better, you guys. So take the time to do that. So I'm hitting this little baby with some more fishnet, you guys. These are so versatile. I'm not even using the whole fishnet. They stretch so far that I'm cutting it in sections, and you just kind of hook it on the corner of the sign. You can use a spooky cheesecloth, spider web. The Dollar Tree even sells some netting that comes out with their coastal decor around summertime. Keep your eye out for those kind of things because they're great things for like Halloween decor or even just autumn decor. It just is the season for that kind of thing. And I'm using the Dollar Tree clothes pegs. I wanted the thicker ones, so I did have to cut them down because they were a little bit too long and I had to paint them black. If you got this far in the video, you're in for a treat. I'm going to enter you into a drawing because I am giving away one of those saws. So I'm going to be announcing that in my community section next week. So if you want to be entered, put the word saw somewhere in your comment and like the video. And thanks for watching. So when I cut them, I sanded it, touched it up with a little bit of permanent marker on the end, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and glue on my sign to hold these photos up. And these photos are awesome. Look at those. Again, those are from Temu. So cheap. I'm really loving the vibe of those photos, the colors, everything. It's like they're kind of like classy art, moody type. I love it. And they're just fantasy. It's not real. So just have fun with this, you guys. But I took a little bit of twine, glued it on the back of the sign here, did my old trick with the duct tape. It's usually very foolproof for me. Of course, you can take extra steps with hooks and staples if you want to make sure, or if you're going to hang something outside, but we're all done. Grab a Dollar Tree cutting board. You can use the white one or any cutting board they have in the little Dollar Tree sign area. I'm using this wooden cutting board from Temu. It came with a set of 5. Very cheap, as I recall. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out on Temu. I am using the color Christmas Green in matte from Apple Barrel Paint for my first coat. We're giving it one thick coat, and you got to make sure this part's really dry. So we're going to give it a quick blow dry in between as well. Next, we're using Kelly Green from Apple Barrel Paint. This is the one that's going to give me my dimension. It didn't give me as much dimension as I had hoped for, to be honest. Once it dried, as you can see, it dried much darker, but it still looked better than just being flat green. Next, you're going to grab a permanent black marker and just make those choppy black lines that are like zigzaggy like that. Super easy to do. And then you're just going to take black paint and paint inside the lines. So my friends, you will notice as we keep going, I am definitely doing this craft because I want to switch it up next year. You'll see what I do. So I just wanted to explain that ahead of time. But we're going to give it a quick blow dry, and then we're going to grab some of those Dollar Tree pumpkin stencils that I showed in my last shopping video. It says "That's so Franken." In case you haven't guessed, we are making a funny, simple word sign with a Frankenstein theme. That's just going to be like, see how it just kind of like, I'm doing little stitches on the forehead now, but I chose to stick it this year because I can peel it off and do a little cartoon Frankenstein face for next year, just to switch it up so it's not a permanent decor piece. That way you can switch up your seasonal decor and have lots of variety. So we're taking the little mushrooms here that are usually found during Easter time at the Dollar Tree, and we're going to use those to make those little screws that are supposed to be the side of his head. But vinyl is definitely a totally great hack for being able to switch up your decor the next year. Here's a totally fun, easy one. You get your favorite photo and you're going to go ahead and push it down in that cylinder-shaped vase from the Dollar Tree, but you need something in there to squish the picture against the wall of the vase. So I'm using these gems. I wish they came in black or purple. Green would be great too. Blue is good. That's what I ended up having. When it's dark, it still looks really spooky, but you can also use clear. Clear is a great investment too if money's tight, because you can use those for all season for everything. So that's easy. But anyway, here's some fishnet nylons. I got like 3 of them for $7 off of Amazon, and they are lasting me and going so far. So the first thing I'm going to do is I hold it up with the fishnet to stretch it really far, because I like to make that fishnet go farther. And I tied a knot at the top of it, shoved some of the scary cheesecloth on the top of the gems. Now I'm putting the Dollar Tree ribbon at the top, and I'm going to start it off with some hot glue, but I am going to put Mod Podge. You see me doing it right here, all the way down that seam, because I want this to hold really tight since the fishnet is pulled so taut against the glass. I want to make sure it doesn't slip. Once that's dry, we're going to cut off all the little frayed edges so we have a nice clean edge, and now the top is wide open, and we're just going to pop one of those Dollar Tree black votive candles in there and make a totally cute Halloween festive candle. Oh my gosh, this is another really fun, friendly one. Grab your favorite photo and this easel from the Dollar Tree and some black wire. You could also use those paper clips that they use to hold papers together, found in the office supply section. They're black with metal ends, and they're able to handle a really thick, chunky area because this easel is thicker. You could also glue a clothes peg on it, but I'm going with the wire method because this has holes on the side. It's from Temu and it's meant to be like a garland, and I want to change it out each week so I have like a new picture to enjoy. So I'm just going to put wire through the holes and tie it on and then change it out. You could also print up a bunch of your favorite pictures on cardstock and have like a countdown to Halloween and put it through this way, and then just tear one off each day so you can enjoy a new photo. But I will link you up down below in my description box with some great vintage Halloween sites that offer you free printables for this kind of thing, or you can jump on Temu and look for this garland as well. Another family-friendly fun craft are these felt ghosts from Dollar Tree. They come in a set of 12, and they have pre-cut out faces with eyes and mouths. I didn't want that, so I'm gluing 2 of them together to make sure that those don't pop out, because I wanted my faces to be a little bolder, and I also wanted my ghosts to be a little thicker, and I also didn't need 12 ghosts. But you could also use cardstock if you want to do the same thing I did, but you need 12 ghosts. Just put something like cardstock behind them. You just need to make sure the eyes and the mouth don't fall out. So I'm using a permanent marker to make my eyes and make my mouth. And then I'm going to go ahead and use some of the Walmart twine to hang these, but the twine from the Walmart, it's a great deal. It is a bit furrier than the Dollar Tree twine, so I do have to take a little bit of flame and just kind of singe off that fur, but it's great for making garlands because it's thicker and heavier. I just feel like it holds things better when you glue them on or clip them on. So there I go, I'm singeing it off. And once you get your ghosts situated where you want them to be, I did hot glue mine on. You could certainly use clothes pegs. Dollar Tree sell those little mini clothes pegs that are perfect for this, but they sell these spiders that are clip-ons. That was like the find for me. And they sell pumpkins that are clip-ons. They sell a whole bunch of things that are clip-ons. So make sure you collect the clip-on things, because that's how you can easily change up super fast seasonal decor when you make garlands like this. I mean, you could put fall leaves on and hang them with the spider for Halloween. Then when Halloween's over, you just take the spider off and hang them with the little pumpkins instead. So you can easily switch these out, but I think they make absolutely adorable family fun, again, easy crafts that deliver a big punch and are fast and easy to make. If you had fun in today's video, please leave a comment. It really does help my video get seen here on YouTube. And don't forget to enter yourself in the giveaway. And as always, until the next one, breathe deep, fret not, and do things that make you happy.